Welcome to MMT Chats. This episode brought to you by ISCAR, with new ideas for machining intelligently. Welcome to the MMT studio. I'm Christina Fuges with MoldMaking Technology, and today I am here with Jeff Lucas of Minco Tool and All Service Plastic Molding.
Yes.
Manufacturing, or is it molding?
Molding.
Molding, there you go. Hi Jeff.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, so together Minco Tool and ASPM, the Minco Group, is a full turnkey operation for automotive lighting, consumer products, appliance, and defense, and you have about 450 employees combined?
Total
right,
combined.
And you have, you pretty much stay current with all the technology, so I really want to get into the technology you have invested in recently. Let's break that down for me.
Okay. So with the technology, you talking about both Minco and ASPM?
Let's start with Minco. Yeah,
okay.
Start with Minco.
Minco Tool and Mold. We have purchased a new tri-mill. It's been on the floor for about a year and a half now. It's about a $1.4 million investment, so big investment for
money.
us. We were determining the size that we needed, and we went ahead and went bigger than probably what we would need, but it fit within our footprint.
Is that anticipation for
Anticipation for opportunities
Okay.
to go a little bit bigger
Okay.
within our infrastructure. So right now our infrastructure is about 30,000 pounds is what our rule of thumb is, that what we use and what we're able to build.
Okay. And what are some of the key features and functions of this machine that made it a good buy?
That machine there, the footprint is pretty good size. It can handle up to 55,000 pounds, which is way beyond our infrastructure. But being able to do mold bases, pocketry on that machine, and also have the capabilities of doing the 3D on core and cavity inserts.
Okay. Is there anything on the software side? I know that you told me you serve as you've been a customer of Siemens, right?
Yes.
NX Unigraphics
That's
for
correct.
a long time. And you served as a beta site for them where you kind of test out the software. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so back in the 1980s, beginning of the 80s, we started out at Unigraphics. And we just continued with them. We like them because it is a CAD/CAM package, so we can take it from design all the way into programming, and we use just one model to be able to go through the entire system.
Okay.
So that's the advantage. The beta site goes back 15 plus years ago. We sent some guys down to Cincinnati, and they would sit through some of the new versions and just try to kind of break the system to see if what they could do.
I do like that, break it.
Break it.
Just
to make sure it worked. So,
right. And it must, right?
Yes.
Still
so
around.
it's been, we've stayed with it. Now Siemens NX, and like I said, early 80s.
What do you think is your biggest challenge right now on the mold side?
People.
People. Like getting them, keeping them, what?
I'm going to say we have not had as much issue with maintaining them.
Okay.
It's just getting the people and training the people.
Where do you find them now?
That gets difficult.
Yeah.
So right now we're trying to do a program with ASPM that we're bringing some people in from ASPM as they come in, and then they're on a rotation. So they'll come down through our tool build or do our PMs for us and help service the tools. And we're trying to do, see what we can do to pick from some people, see if they have some interest in moving in that direction.
This is a nice segue into ASPM, because in terms of the training and finding people, it's got to be a great benefit that you're able to give those people exposure to the tool side and the processing side.
Yeah.
I mean, that just makes you a better mold maker, and it makes you a better processor.
Right.
So talk about ASPM. How long, what's the history of that, and when did you get into molding?
ASPM, we started in 1981 with molding. We started out, we did a lot of work with Lexmark.
Okay.
That was one of our, some of the beginnings. And then they've since then went on to other places for that part of the business. And we started picking up automotive. We do appliance. We're about just say 40-40, and then the other 20% is miscellaneous that we do. We have full service automation. So we go from automation, we have our own automation engineers.
Oh, okay.
So we also, they send some components back for Minco. Minco will do the building of them, and then they'll do the assembly and the programming.
So that's the whole, I don't know, what do you call that, turnkey, right?
Yeah, it's, we can take a program from conception all the way through completion between having Minco and ASPM.
So what's the latest investment on that side of the business, on the molding side?
I'm going to say the automation has been, because we're always fighting cost structures. And people also. So that's one advantage that we can do by putting automation in, that we can eliminate, or not eliminate, we'll say reduction of people. And that has been opportunity to be able to take one operator to jump across from 2 to 3 presses.
It's funny how people can look at automation and be like, oh, automation's going to take jobs away from people.
Yeah.
At the same time, we can't find the people.
Right.
So I believe we're going down a direction we need to go down anyway, because you need to automate regardless of having people or not having people.
Yeah.
This is just forcing the issue.
With automation, you still need people.
Yeah, exactly.
You still need people on second shift, third shift to be able to keep everything up and running.
Yeah. So did I hear right that you are part of the Hot Shots competition?
We are. We have one part.
I lie because I know. So I found this out by just doing a little bit of research. So we can't not talk about the Lions American Legend line of premium fire helmets. That's and you guys did something about the inner lining. Tell me what you were part of. Were you making the mold for it?
Inner liner, we made it with a lot thinner wall.
Okay.
To be able to get the reduction. So this fireman's helmet is supposed to be one of the lightest fireman's helmets out there. And that was one of their goals on that helmet, is to reduce weight.
Okay, so that's why you enter the competition, is because of whatever you did to lighten it?
Yes,
right?
That's correct.
Do you think you're going to win?
I hope so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
think
voted
there's 5
for
or
you.
6. Yeah, I think there's 5 or 6 entries out.
There is, but you stood out. I think you were the only mold builder that entered.
Okay.
I think so.
That's good.
Hopefully I'm not wrong. All right, well, that's it.
Okay.
Jeff, thank you so much for sitting down and talking a little bit about Minco and ASPM.
Thank you.
And for everything mold making, visit moldmakingtechnology.com.